What are we talking about? She didn't get a single dollar. You are not dealing with season 1 Chrishell anymore, okay? It's season 6. Girl is tired. Selling Sunset season 6. I fully expected this season to completely tank, and I'm happy to say that it didn't. I think overall it was good. I was able to still binge watch the entire season. The bar was very, very low, knowing that Christine would not be in season 6. Without Christine, I was expecting season 6 to be pretty boring. Say what you want about her being crazy, she's entertaining and she's good reality TV. There was a lot going on. Let's start with the new girls, and let's start with Brie. There's a lot less there to unpack. I like her. I like her a lot. I love that, Heather reached out to her. I liked seeing their friendship develop throughout the season. I did. I don't know if Chelsea brought her friends / Brie's ex-coworkers to that work function with malicious intent. Just based on her reaction, I don't think she did. Brie was probably overthinking it, but maybe she wasn't. We don't know the drama between Brie and her ex-coworkers, right? So we don't know how bad it is, but I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibilities for, her old coworker not to tell Chelsea the extent of how bad their history was. Maybe I would give Chelsea the benefit of the doubt, but then at the same time I'm not sure, because Chelsea did say that those girls were like her best friends. Like if it was a really close friend for me and I had beef with someone that you're working with, of course I'm going to tell you all the tea. Either way, it was definitely way too aggressive for Brie to call Chelsea out in a team meeting. That was very, very aggressive, especially being the new girl and it being your first team meeting. Had she pulled Chelsea aside one-on-one, I think it would have de-escalated a lot. I don't think Brie was completely closed off on her relationship with Chelsea though until Chelsea started talking shit about her family situation. But before we get to that part, actually, the other instance where we do see Brie getting a little bit aggressive was with Emma. When Brie's client told her that Emma also reached out to him. When I was watching that episode, it did in fact seem like the client was implying, at least, that Emma was trying to steal her business. I appreciated that she went to Emma one-on-one instead of, in a team meeting again. And I think that was ultimately the difference between Emma accepting her apology later on and Chelsea not really accepting her apology. To be fair though, she only apologized to Chelsea about having that altercation with Emma at her showing. She never really apologized to Chelsea for calling her out in front of the entire office. There are people who, once they make up their mind about something, you can show them all the proof, all the logic, everything, all the reasons in the world, and they will still only see it their way. I love that Brie was able to come in with her opinion, hear Heather's opinion, and then kind of take the leap of faith and trust Heather's opinion when Heather's saying like, no, I don't think Emma's coming for you intentionally, and then be able to apologize to Emma publicly. Once she apologized, I felt like Emma's reaction was so genuine, and like I love that about Emma. This one situation definitely worked to Brie's advantage because one, it definitely built the trust between her and Heather, and I definitely think she earned trust and brownie points from Emma for apologizing. She's somebody that can take accountability for her actions. There are a lot of things about Brie that I liked and I could relate to. Her relationship with her partner is not a situation that I can relate to at all. I don't understand her situation, but I understand that I don't need to understand her situation in order to respect her situation. I feel like I said situation a lot and understand a lot, but hopefully that made sense. Chelsea totally crossed the line by sharing the information that she did with the rest of the office that day after Brie found out that her partner was pregnant with yet another baby. Her partner's Nick Carter. Nick Carter? Cannon? Was it Nick? Is it Carter? Cannon? It's Cannon, right? Nick Carter? Cannon. Who's Nick Carter? Oh, that's the Backstreet Boy. No wonder. Okay, I watched the entire season and I don't know how I got the name wrong. I'm just bad with names, guys. My point is, I don't understand their situation, but I don't have to understand it. I just have to respect it. Chelsea, Brie, and Chrishell were there that night that Brie found out For people who don't understand why Chrishell is so popular, this is a prime example of why people like her so much. She's classy. She had the information that Chelsea had, but kept it to herself because it's none of her business. And that's what Chelsea should have done. And I understand what Chelsea's saying in that, like, you know, it's public information. People are going to find out. It's not a secret. But it's not public information how she felt when she found out. I think it's rude. I think it's disrespectful. I think it was crossing some kind of line. If you just really needed to gossip to somebody, do you not have a friend you can call? Just like in private, just talk to one friend. Like, just spill the tea to one friend. Don't come into the office, tell all the coworkers, knowing that you are being filmed for a reality TV show and this is probably going to air. Chelsea is smart, and Chelsea is, I don't think, crazy yet. You never know what's going to happen on these reality TV shows, but Chelsea is definitely smart and she is not crazy yet. And I think she should have apologized as soon as she found out that Brie was upset. I think what she said was like, oh, if Brie has a problem with it, Brie should come to me. No, I can tell that Chelsea felt bad based on her reaction. So like, why not just preemptively apologize and then like let that be it? With that being said, the whole Chelsea and Heather part of it, I do see Chelsea's perspective. Chelsea did something wrong to Brie, and Heather in the middle felt like it was the right thing to do to tell Brie, and I don't think she did anything wrong. In conversation, she even admitted to Chelsea, like, oh yeah, like I'm the one that told Brie. But if I was Chelsea, I would have appreciated it so much if, like, fine, I messed up. You have to have Brie's back. I get that. But you're also my friend. So like, you can tell Brie, but then after you tell Brie, just give me a heads up and be like, hey, I told Brie, you might want to apologize. I think that would have been a little bit better for her friendship with Chelsea. Chelsea's another big personality, very strong, independent, boss bitch type. And she comes off a little judgmental of Brie's situation, right? And I think hearing her story about her mom really explained why Brie's situation was especially triggering for her, because I agree with her. I do think that other girls in the office don't necessarily understand Brie's situation. They just don't care. And I do think that Chelsea's story about her mom explains a little bit about why she does care more than the average person would about Brie's situation. It doesn't make what she did right, but I really appreciated seeing that side of Chelsea. Oh, another thing that I really did enjoy was seeing the dynamic between Chelsea and her husband. I thought they were adorable together. I would like to see more of Chelsea's husband, actually. I think he's charming, and I like seeing how they interact with each other. I think they're super, super cute. And their relationship goals. I guess I can't put off talking about her any longer. Nicole. I don't like her. She's not pleasant. I think she is a Debbie Downer. One of her earliest scenes was with Chelsea and Mary. Chelsea was showing Mary and Nicole a house. I don't think she said anything bad about Chrishell until after that house showing scene. I believe that is correct. So I didn't like her before she started talking shit about Chrishell. My impression of her based solely on that house showing was that she is extremely competent but condescending. I really, really do respect people who are there to work, but damn, somebody has a big ass stick up their ass. You know, like those people who like have to announce everything they do, so like you know that they're doing something. It kind of like gave me those vibes. Like she gave me pick me vibes. I felt like she came on the show with the intention of like exposing or like showing us Chrishell's true colors. That first interaction that she and Chrishell had at Chelsea's open house, she said something along the lines of like, oh, okay, so like this is who you really are. Like I'm something like, I'm glad you're showing your true colors. Like, yeah, okay, like I'm exposing you now. Every single scene she was in basically was just her shit talking Chrishell. I understand that they need a new villain. I understand that somebody has to fill Christine's shoes, okay? But Christine was a star, and Nicole can't fill her shoes because Nicole is just not likable. Christine, as crazy as she was, as crazy as some of the stuff that she did and said were, she was always likable. She was funny. She was witty. Nicole, I don't know if I can watch another season of her. And it's really bad because I know she's gonna be in season 7. I think she just came in all wrong. I think she came in hot. She came in strong. Brie also came in hot and strong, right? But we were able to see different facets to her. Nicole, I only saw one side, and the one side was Chrishell obsessed, okay? And also, she was just, I feel like she thinks she's better than everyone. I think she said that she's been at the O group for 8 years, but you're new to the show. You're new to America. Okay, maybe not new to America how I was new to America, but new to America as in new to the public, new to Netflix, new to viewers, and we don't know you. You can't just come in here and attack one of the people we like the most. You shouldn't be coming in here attacking anybody, but you should not be attacking one of the most popular people on the show. Chrishell has a good reputation. She is a very good girl. She's known for being a good person. Why are you coming in here and attacking somebody who's reputable when you don't have a reputation to stand on? I'm not saying you should come on here and be fake and then attack her 3 seasons in, but that would be the smarter thing to do. We don't know you. Who do you think we're gonna choose? I just feel like Chrishell came into season 6 all pleasant, thinking oh, Christine's gone, woohoo. I'm gonna have a drama-free season this time around. It's gonna be chill, la 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 la. And then bam, Nicole just comes in. Chrishell is tired from dealing with Christine. She's over it, and I'm so here for it. You are not dealing with season 1 Chrishell anymore, okay? It's season 6. Girl is tired. Her beef with Chrishell, she said, originally was that she and Chrishell were on a deal together that Jason put them on 3 years ago, okay? And Chrishell didn't do any of the work, but got credit for the deal, even though Nicole did all the work. At first, when I heard Nicole's side of the story, I was like, okay, fine. I get it. That's frustrating. We've all had a coworker or a teammate on a group project or something for school where they didn't carry their weight. I get that. That's frustrating. But what can you do? Chrishell was new then. I get it. But then when I heard Chrishell's side of the story, oh my God, Chrishell shut it down so fast by just saying, I did not get a single dollar from that transaction. I didn't get a single dollar. So what the f are we talking about? What are we talking about? She didn't get a single dollar. The fact that she did not take a single dollar literally tells me that she or anybody else with half a freaking brain looking at the situation would know that she would admit to not having done as much work as Nicole did on those transactions. And that is why she didn't take a dollar. She's new. You were training her essentially. What are you whining about? It's called teamwork. Sometimes you have to train the new people. What are we crying about here? I don't get it. The gaslighting was so real. In all these conversations with Nicole, she said that Chrishell had a victim mentality when she was the one crying about a deal from 3 years ago. And then the conversation that they had in the office with Mary, Nicole did not have any grounds to stand on with the deal because there was no legitimate reason to start something with Chrishell there. So it wasn't about the credit anymore. It was about how Jason put Chrishell on the deal behind her back because Jason had a crush on her while she was married to someone else. Nicole never said they had an affair or anything like that. But just the insinuation that something was going on there would make my blood boil. The fact that Nicole also dated Jason just makes her look so bad. You are the ex-girlfriend. Sure, you're married now. That doesn't tell me anything other than the fact that you're embarrassing yourself and your husband, because now it looks like you're still out here thirsty for your ex. You still, to me, look like you're not over Jason. I don't get it. Are you in love with Jason or are you in love with Chrishell? Either way, it's a bad look. I thought it was the most condescending thing. She said something along the lines of you need to be able to have a conversation without losing your shit. And I lost my shit because I thought Chrishell held it together so freaking well. For what she was dealing with, I thought she held it together. She wasn't flipping tables. She wasn't throwing punches. I swear, if it was me, I'd be screaming my head off, okay? Chrishell dealt with it like a champ. That was gaslighting. Like, you piss me off and then you act like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, why are we yelling here? Did Chrishell go a little too far with bringing up the drugs thing? Probably. Maybe. I don't know if I would say that Chrishell went too far, because I think saying what she said unprovoked would have been too far, would have been below the belt. But Nicole was really asking for it. She basically insinuated that she had dirt on Chrishell that could ruin her business or her reputation or whatever. I don't know if it's like real information or false information, but she was dangling a threat. If she was in fact doing drugs and Chrishell knew that about her, and she's here threatening Chrishell, what do you expect Chrishell to do? Like, how many times can you expect someone to take the high road before you push them off the edge? I don't know. If I was in Chrishell's shoes, I think I might have done the same thing. Is it the best thing to do? No, obviously not. She probably felt bad about it afterwards, especially when she thinks about how it would impact Mary and Amanda. But like, in the moment, I think Nicole was asking for it. That was a perfect example of victim mentality. Nicole started that whole thing by threatening Chrishell. When Chrishell met her threat with the drug accusation, she completely acted like the victim, excused herself, and started crying in her room like, oh my god, woe is me, like, Chrishell's after me again, like, why is nobody seeing through her? Like, bruh, please, we were all here. Chrishell insinuating that you do drugs obviously hurts your business, sure. But you insinuating that the only reason why Chrishell gets deals is because Jason has a crush on her, that's also very damaging to her business. Nicole can dish it out, but she can't take it. She is just so unlikable because she is one-dimensional. Christine, she also had beef with Chrishell, right? But she had beef with everyone. Like, she also, like, literally, she, like, had beef with Emma. She had beef with me. She had beef with everybody, okay? And then, like, on top of that, she had other things going on for her. Her wedding, like, she had, like, different storylines that wasn't solely based on her drama. Her engagement party, her baby shower. She's known for, like, those big over-the-top events. Like, she's known for something else other than girl who hates Chrishell. Nicole, to me, this entire season, she's just girl who hates Chrishell because she's not over her ex Jason. Like, that's the impression that I got. I called Jason at 9 p.m. to talk about work, and Chrishell made him hang up the phone. Bro, did you ever think that maybe Jason just didn't want to talk to you about work at 9 p.m.? Maybe he wanted to sleep. It's not work hours anymore, okay? And I understand that there are jobs that function outside of working hours, but like, bruh, sure, he's your ex, but he's also your boss. I'm not comfortable calling my boss at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. at night unless it was like an emergency. Can it really not wait till 9 a.m. tomorrow? I love Chrishell, but if Chrishell were to do something messed up, I would say she messed up. But she didn't. Like, you just came in and just like attacked her for something from 3 years ago that sister didn't even do. Like, I don't understand. It just kind of seemed like random, unprovoked attacks from Nicole for no reason. Like, I don't get it. The more she goes for Chrishell, the more I'm gonna dislike her at this point. Until Chrishell messes up, you look like the instigator. Now that I'm done with my rambling with Nicole. Oh my god. Mary, so sweet. Such a people pleaser. Probably not the best person to leave in charge when you're gone. I understand that Mary is very competent when it comes to, you know, real estate, but as a manager, you have to manage people, and she's not very good with the conflict resolution. I felt so bad for Mary, but it was also like so endearing. All the times where she would be caught in the middle and she would just be like a deer caught in headlights and she would just stutter. That one scene where she was so uncomfortable talking to Nicole, she just like walked away and they both had that really, really dramatic, uncomfortable walk to their respective cars and they like drove off in different directions. Like, that was so dramatic. And I felt so bad for Mary. Like, all the stuttering. When Mary just like broke down in the car crying when they were in Palm Spring. Okay, and I understand. Like, I'm not laughing at her. Okay? Because I understand how stressful it is to be in a situation where you have two friends fighting, you're just a peaceful person, you're not good with confrontation, not minimizing her stress in any way. But I don't know why, there's just something so hilarious about two people fighting, they're attacking each other, and then the person in the middle is just like, I don't want you guys to fight anymore. Why can't we all just get along? I just thought it was so funny. I don't know if it's the editing or anything. But that last night in Palm Springs, that dinner, they set it up so well for Chrishell and Nicole to just make up. Like, Chrishell was the bigger person and was able to say something nice about Nicole. All Nicole had to do was reciprocate maybe and just say something nice back. I don't know. Or like maybe not say something nice back. Maybe even just don't say anything at that point, okay? But like bringing up the lawsuit then, like she was the reason Mary was crying in the car that night. She was the reason. I don't think she was ever going to sue Chrishell. She just wanted to keep something dangling up above Chrishell's head. Oh, hey guys, like look at me, like I might sue Chrishell, like I'm protecting myself as the victim. It just rubbed me the wrong way. Like, are you gonna sue her or not? If you're gonna sue her. Like, do it, okay? And then if you're not gonna sue her, then just drop it. Like, what is this? Like, why are we still talking about it? Why do you keep bringing it up? Like, it's just ruining everything. Like, worst vacation ever. Like, what kind of girls trip is this? I'm so sad at the way the season ended. Mary and Chrishell's conversation made me really, really sad because, you know, they were really good friends since season 1, essentially. I'm hopeful that they will mend their relationship because it seems to me like Jason and Chrishell are on the mends. So I would like to think that if Jason and Chrishell can kind of mend things, that Mary and Chrishell can mend things as well. You know what I mean? I just feel like they are 1 or 2 more open conversations away from healing that relationship. In that final conversation that they had with each other, I just feel like there was still so much love there that relationship is possible to save. If you really watch that conversation, like I felt a lot of hurt, but I also felt a lot of love from both ends. And I don't know. I'm hoping that they fix their relationship in season 7. I really do. Just to end things on a happy note, super quickly, Heather, holy shit. She looks beautiful pregnant. I mean, like, so did Christine and like everybody else on the show, I guess. But like, it's crazy. Honestly, if she didn't say anything, I wouldn't have even known she was pregnant. Like, honestly, she looked like me after a big lunch. And it was so nice seeing Jason and Chrishell interact because I saw the reunion after season 5 and I was crying along with Jason when they were talking about their relationship, and I liked seeing that they're trying to work it through. Like, I feel like with more time they can definitely get back to like a place of normal. I really do hope we get an update on Amanda's health issues soon. I felt so bad, you know, all the stuff that she was going through with her dad, and hopefully everything is okay with Mary's dad as well. Chrishell and Jason both were just so sad at the end of season 5, and it really did break my heart to see both of them so sad. It was so nice to see them both so happy in their respective relationships. Chrishell and G, nobody saw that coming, right? But I loved seeing how happy she was. The one scene where she was singing G's song in the recording studio, that was so freaking cute. That was adorable. And then also G, like, at first I thought she said baby way too much. Like, every other word was baby. But then it kind of grew on me. Like, by the end of the season, like baby, 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 baby. Like, I liked it. I'm so glad that Chrishell's happy and, you know, is with who she wants to be with right now. But I really hope that doesn't mean she's in season 7 any less, because selfishly, I want to see more Chrishell and I want to see more of G with her in season 7. So hopefully, you know, her touring in Australia wouldn't conflict with how much screen time they get. I know this review, discussion, whatever you want to call it, was kind of all over the place, but this season was all over the place, man. So I think I stayed on theme